Good morning. So I hope you have your books out and ready. You can go ahead and open it to section 1.7. We've done a lot of operations with integers, and so today we're just going to build on that and work on the order of operations. So before we dig into it, let's start with some practice. Okay, we have 3 minus 6. If we visualize this on a number line, and you can draw one if you need to on top of your paper. Okay, 3 minus 6, what do we have? I know some of you probably already said it. Okay, so there's my number line, and that's -3. How about -6 divided by 2? Also -3. Oh, number 3 has a few negatives. So we're going to do this first, which was up here. So it's -3. Okay. And then over here we have that negative, so that makes it positive. We have +6 divided by 2, which is 3. And then we have this mess. So here we need to start with our multiplication in our division. That goes first. So 8 times 3 is 24. 6 divided by 2 is 3. I'm going to keep the signs that were between them. Okay. So now I have 2 plus 24, which is 26, minus 3, and that gives me 23. Okay. So the order of operations starts with the symbols of grouping. Okay, we know PEMDAS. I'm sure most of you remember PEMDAS, but it's really about the parentheses acting as a symbol of grouping quantities that have operations first. After that, we focus on exponents. So if anything has an exponent, you do need to do that. The third order of operations is multiplication and division. So these are of equal importance, and you're going to work from left to right. Addition and subtraction would come last. So after everything else has been done, the only thing that you see is the the addition sign or the subtraction sign, and then you would also work this from left to right. Just like how you read, left to right. Alright, so this skill check, we're just talking about which operation should be performed first. So for number 1, it should be this guy. That's multiplication. Number 2, also multiplication. Number 3, division. Number 4, division. Okay, because in this case we're working from left to right. Okay, number 5, this one's kind of tricky. So we have an operation that takes place in the parentheses, so we do need to do that one first before we multiply. That's subtraction, and then the last one is the exponent. Okay, so our first mission now is to simplify this, which looks just like one of the problems that we did. So I'm going to, because I already did that for the lesson opener. So that one was, so let's just look at the next one. Okay, according to our order of operations, we need to focus on this guy. What is 3 squared? 3 times 3. So now we have 2 plus 9 times 4. Do we work from left to right yet? Nope. We have to multiply first. Okay, so that's 9 times 4, which is 36. 2 plus 36 is 38. All right, next example. I see my parentheses. There is an an operation inside of those parentheses. So I know I need to work on this first. We have 12 plus 9. It's 21. And then 21 divided by 3, which is 7. So if at any point you need this video to be paused, just feel free to pause it so you have extra time on something. Okay, we have a few operations here too. I'm going to look inside of my parentheses and I see that we have an operation and an exponent. Which one do you think we need to do first? Hopefully you guys are saying or thinking exponent. Okay, we have 2 times 2 times 2. We're going to pretend those little tiny dots are multiplication signs. So I've just rewritten it and only replaced it 2 cubed with 8. Now I can focus on this operation, the 13 minus 8. So 3 plus 5 is our final answer of 8. Okay, this is one of our last examples. We're almost done, I promise. We only have, 3 more examples left. Okay, so I see parentheses and I want to take a look at what's going on here. Okay, so this one has the operation, the first one has the operation between it, so we can go ahead and do this. 17 minus 4 is 13. And then this one also just has that subtraction inside, so we can also do this. So that's 7. So we're just going to rewrite everything and just change what's inside those parentheses. So if I were doing this problem, I would actually keep this in parentheses just out of habit. It will not affect your answer in this particular case, but anyway, just a good habit to have. Okay, so I still have subtraction, I still have multiplication and exponents going on. So which one should we do first? This guy. So we have 7 squared. 7 squared is 49. So notice I am just rewriting those first 2 terms. Just replace the 49. Now I can look at this. Okay, 13 times 3. 13 times 3 is 39. And now I can work from left to right. Now that they're all plus or minus signs, left to right. So 14 minus 13 is negative 25. Negative 25 plus 49 is the same thing as saying 49 minus 25. Okay, if that works better in your head, you can switch them. We are going to be looking at some addition properties next week, so we'll learn about that soon. And our answer is 24. All right, here's a skill check that you guys can do on your boards and pause the video if you need to. And then I'm just going to go through the answers. So here's another skill check where you can just pause this, and that gives students time to work on it, and then you just play it when you're ready for the answers. So hopefully you guys did well on those skill checks. If not, we have plenty of time to practice, so no worries. Okay, so we have a lot of grouping symbols here. We have parentheses on the inside, on the outside we have brackets, and then we also have braces. So that's that's how you know this is going to be a big problem. No, it's fine. It's all grouping symbols. They only change it so that way you don't get confused by a crazy amount of parentheses, but it means exactly the same thing. So we're going to look at the inside first, the most inside, and that would be right here. And which operation do we need to tackle first for that inside part? Right, so we have these guys that we need to multiply out. Okay, we have two negative numbers, so this will be positive 15. Okay, what else can we tackle while we're here? I can't really change that much else. I could do this guy right here. So 4 squared is 16. So we're just going to go ahead and rewrite everything with just the 16 and the 15. That's the only thing that's changed as of right now. And then again, I'm going to focus on the inside here and the operation that's taking place. So negative 16 plus 15. Okay, that's negative 1. And now I can multiply. So that's negative 7. I can work on this. So negative 7 minus 8. Negative, so I have negative and then it's becoming more negative. So I'm going to have a bigger negative number. It's negative 15. And then you see these two signs right here, minus, negative. That means that it will be an addition problem. Okay, we might as well just make this a big plus sign. 16 plus 15 is 31. Look at that, it wasn't the end of the world. Okay, so when we have fractions, and I know we had some problems like this yesterday where we had some fractions, we are going to work on the top part of the fraction first. So we're going to look at these guys right here. 7 plus 9. And then we can look at this like separate, and then we can divide it. Okay, so 7 plus 9 is 16, then 2 times 4 is 8. Okay, now that we've simplified the numerator and the denominator, we can go ahead and divide them. And that's just 2. This is our last example, and after this you guys can go ahead and work on your classwork. So hopefully you don't have to take home any homework. Okay, so looking inside, I'm trying to find, okay, this is one inside. Here's the other inside. Okay, and we're looking for multiplication or division that we need to do first. So that would be right here and right here. All right, so I have 3 times negative 6. That's negative 18. And I apologize, I do not write very well on my computer. And then this right here is positive 18. So let's go ahead and rewrite that with those new numbers. Okay, so nothing else has changed, just the 18s. And then we can continue with the inside of these grouping symbols. So we have negative 4 plus negative 18. So we have two negative numbers. It's like adding more debt. It is not going to be positive, so it's a bigger negative number. And then on the right, we have negative 7 plus 18. That's the same thing as 18 minus 7, if that's easier to do in your head. So we have negative, the absolute value of negative 22 minus 5 times 11. Okay, what is the absolute value of negative 22? 22 minus 5 times 11. Okay, I need to do this first. 5 times 11 is 55. Then 22 minus 55. We're subtracting a bigger number from a smaller number, so this number will be negative. It's negative 33. All right, so that's it. And if you guys need help with anything, you can reach out to me on Teams and I would be happy to help.